Hey Taurus, what's up? This is your horoscope reading. This is your tarot reading. What's poppin'? Now, Taurus, you know I love you. I'm like super comfortable with Taurus. It's been a thing. It's just, I know, I just see Taurus people and like, they're so unproblematic with me. I've never had a Taurus have fucking beef with me ever. Like, ever. Like, ever. Like, it made me want to play fluffy. Like, that's how much Taurus make me laugh. Bro, you saw me shuffling, bro. Look who's at the bottom. You literally just saw me shuffle. I was like, yes, fuck. Second, yes, fuck. I've learned well. So, it's Taurus in the house. Literally, Taurus in the house. The Empress for Taurus is literally number one. Okay, we're on it. What's up, boo? What's the tea? What's the tea on my Taurus? Ooh, that's so much. My belly started itching. You may be pregnant, bro. Or maybe you're having tummy problems. Let's not get too. Ooh. Bro, the first card is usually the heaviest card. We have the Eight of Cups. No wonder I want to watch comedy, because you going through it too. You going through it too. You ain't alone. I'm crying with you. This is all shits and giggles. I am eternally screaming. You're crying right now. Why's Taurus crying? Bruh. I didn't want to say it, but it has to be told. Alright, so like, Taurus, you're married, right? And I don't know if your husband's having like financial issues, but sometimes you're worried that sometimes his financial issues are also the reason why maybe he's not having sex with you, or maybe he doesn't think you're sexy enough, or maybe like I feel like you've given him so much power financially that you don't really have the sexual confidence in your mindset that like maybe you once used to have. Because I have like the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Swords, which the Eight of Swords is like, it's up there with depression, it's up there with anxiety, like it's a lot of mental chaos, like a lot of eternal screaming, which I've been there, and that's why I said it with the Eight of Cups, because the Eight of Cups paired with the Eight of Swords is giving me like internal screaming, like internal crying, like internal emotions that are so bottled up, you just don't talk about it. And like the Emperor is such a masculine energy. That's literally the father figure. That's the husband. That's the man of the house. Okay? And like my chest got heavy, and usually when my chest gets heavy, it's because like I'm experiencing like somebody like spiritually pulling on my heartstrings, or like a heart condition, which I've known I've had. But you know your husband prides himself in being a provider. Okay? It's not that he's a bad husband. I just feel like, because it's the way it came out. So it came out with the Eight of Pentacles, the Emperor, with the Eight of Cups in the middle, with the Knight of Wands, and then the Nine of Swords. Well, the Six of Swords. No, that's Nine of Swords. Clarify the swords. No, yeah, that's the Nine of Swords. Okay. The Tower. So you have this mental anguish over, it could be a physical location. The Tower is also associated to Scorpio. We have Aries and Scorpio in here, which are the two top zodiacs, okay? So I don't know if you're dealing with an Aries or Scorpio, or someone, because like Aries and Scorpio, bro, they have Mars placements, okay? Alright? Those are Mars placements, okay? So that's the planet of Mars. So wherever Mars is in your husband's fucking chart, go read that shit. Go do some research on that shit, because that does affect, like for men, it's their Mars that affects their masculinity. So you have to know what type of masculinity they're in. It's not the same as their sun sign. Trust me. If you're wondering why you and your bitch ain't connecting, it's because y'all don't have the same placements. Okay? Like astrology is on some billionaire type of psychology. It takes a fucking psychopath, a sociopath, just anybody who uses their brain a little too much to understand astrology. You want a little hobby, there you go. Here for the Knight of Swords. You're worried that maybe this, I'm so sorry. I was about to say the N-word, but I'm gonna say it. and I'm not racist, like, I've taken, respectfully, I've had way too many black men. Way too many. Proud. I had too many black kings. But, so, he may even not even be this race. But, I can just hear you, like, saying it. Like, I just heard the phrase, with all due respect, they're like, I just heard this woman screaming, like, nigga, you never do shit for me. You never do what you say you're gonna do for this family. Like, you're never, ever really there for me, nigga. Like, I said that verbatim. Like, you're always talking to someone sexually, the lovers. So, this is to clarify the Eight of Cups. You're crying over this relationship because you feel like, and like, if you really notice from my computer, I can't really show it because, like, then I'll drop Fluffy. But, like, I think you're reminiscing on the times where, like, he was, like, very sexually flirtatious with you. Very vocal, very intelligent. Because, like, the Knight of Wands and Knight of Swords kind of ties back into, like, the general collective reading I have. Maybe that, like, video, if you ever see it, it's titled, You're like a child, but I know you're about your money. That's like how Divine Masculine felt about, like, the Divine Feminine at the time, which was very heated for me because, like, he was talking mad shit. But two energies that are kind of showing up here in the Taurus reading are also from, like, the collective reading, which was the partnership between, like, fire and air. So I feel like the fire elements and the air elements are, like, really talking, like, to specific zodiacs, okay? And, like, with this pairing, y'all were so, like, I don't know if you've ever told your husband this, but, like, I'm just gonna say, like, have you ever, like, told him the type of communication you liked with him? Because that's kind of what words of affirmation is in a love language. You love it when, like, he's spicy with you, you know? You love it when he talks dirty to you. And then you also love it when he's actually telling you about the kind of nerdy side to all the stuff he's into. Like, I feel like you miss his intellect. Like, you really miss his intellect because that's, like, probably, like, the two things that, like, really turn you on about your husband. But they're all facing in the direction of, like, I don't know what he does for work, but it's definitely eating him up. And you worry that maybe his work-life balance is affecting your relationship because you're crying over it at night. And you know he's just trying to be a provider, but, like, it's a big what the fuck, like. I feel like he's so mentally worried about work. He isn't mentally, I'm just going to say, he's not mentally or sexually stimulating you anymore. That's just the hardcore truth. Bro, I do real tarot. It's not sunshine and rainbows over here. Nine of Wands. What's up? Nine of Wands. Four of Cups. And Six of Wands. So I have the 9 and the 6 of Wands here. So I feel like maybe I feel like this was a very traditional couple, where he was the provider and you were the home caretaker. And I felt like there was times you went through burnout after, like, being alone in the house and taking care of everything, and you wanted to, like, have some type of victory in your relationship from, like, accepting this traditional lifestyle, you know? Because, like, I don't see any cups besides burnt out and, like, borderline crying your eyes out. And I feel like you're just, like, I feel like you love having achievements, okay? And this was the same throughout all my other two readings, where, like, the women that are coming to me are high achievers. And they love to achieve in different areas and fields. But all Divine Feminines are all Divine Feminines. And I'm getting, like, this fire and air element, which means y'all need some sexual passion and mental stimulation from these dudes. That's borderline, period. You're not asking for emotions. You're not asking for money. which are usually the 4 things, because, bro, I could get into that on tarot and some shit I learned, but let's continue. Let's clarify. Yeah, you're not. Okay, yeah. Like I was saying, boo. Like, because, like, these 2 came out. Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles. And the 3 of Wands, right? There's hardly any swords in this. This feels like... These are, like, the morals you base yourself in this relationship. And, Taurus, I made your video a little longer than the others, so feel special. Like, you really want the sexual passion in this relationship, okay? Regardless of what type of relationship, it feels very traditional. You missed it when he knew exactly what he wanted. Pushed people aside, because 3 of Wands could also be, like, 3 different, like, maybe he has guy friends, and you're like, but fuck your guy friends, like, you haven't been home, like, touch me, alright? And, like, I feel like you've had conversations with him where, like, he's worried about his work life, right? And you're like, bitch. Because I'm just saying how it's coming out. You're like, bitch, ass, nigga, I don't care about what's going on at work. But he does, you know? Like, it really does eat him up because he's like, he has this provider mindset. It's a very masculine thing what your husband going through. But, like, I feel you trying to reassure him and you're like, bro, love, like, whatever you call him, right? And you're just like, Ace of Pentacles, I love you when you have all the money in the world. I love you if I hadn't make all the money. I love you if you had no money. Like, you genuinely love him. Like, it really ain't about the money. I feel like you don't even worry about money like that. But, like, you've probably gone, like, through the ups and down motions of being financially stable, being unfinancially stable, to, like, you having to work. Like, I just think you miss your husband flirting with you and mentally stimulating you sexually, and that's pretty much it. Anything else for Taurus? And, like, Page of Pentacles, you're probably very academic as well. The High Priestess, Justice, 5 of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Girl, you do not need to go out of your way, okay? Because when I first thought that, I'm like, pause. Why am I in this? But you probably have, like, a Pisces friend or a Libra friend or anybody with that placement, right? And maybe legally you're like, should I leave them because, like, I have a high sex drive? No, you don't need to leave your husband because you need sexual stimulation. No, not at all. That's not the point. And I know I'm on top of it because the King of Pentacles came out. And, like, we're talking about somebody's husband, right? The husband agreed with me. The husband literally just agreed with me when this came out. Because when I first read it, it did not look good. It did not fucking look good until, like, 1313 when I looked up, when I clarified this. Your husband wants to be the provider. And if you need him to provide for you sexually sometimes, he does not mind laying it down. He does not mind touching that box, okay? Anything else for Taurus? Queen of Pentacles. You're the king. You're the queen to his King of Pentacles. Come on, Taurus. I feel like you worry about if your husband ever leaves you for, like, a work life or something. And no, that's not the truth. He just loves providing for you so much and tries to have, like, his masculinity intact. But it's not at all a bad thing what you're going through in your relationship. I think it's just a bunch of miscommunication that could be really solved with, like, intellectual sexual intimacy. That's what you need. And I know I'm right because Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune came out, which are 2 major arcanas. Temperance is very healing. It's essentially you're balancing out 2 water cups. And the Wheel of Fortune means I'm right on time. I hope you enjoyed your reading, Taurus. I think you're overthinking the miscommunication you have with your partner. Love you.